going to cover the chipboard for the album, and I use a very thin cardstock or paper. It is 65 pound, and I do have the 12 by 12. So my chipboard, we need 2 of it. It is 6¼ by 8½, and then I do have the spine that is 3 by 8½, and I'm just going to place it in the middle, well, fairly in the middle as best I can, and I'm just going to glue that. So I do got my glue on, and this is the glue that I use. It's an all-purpose adhesive, and I think this is from Germany. I'm not 100% sure. I can see here it's Mexico, but that could be where they produce it. Very nice glue. It oozes a bit, but otherwise it's strong. I do like it for a liquid glue. And I just try and put it in the middle of paper and then just burnish it. And this is what I like about that glue. You cannot see anything where I better put my hand here, where I put the glue. And I think it is the water they put in the glue. So, and I'm just gonna take my bone folder and I'm just gonna bring that, and I'll bring it over. And I'll just do it on all 4 sides. And let's do this one as well. I'll just put it underneath and then I'll bring it over. And bring it over. We need to have this. We need to have the corner here because we're going to cut that away, off. And let's do the whole one. I don't press very hard when I do this. I am going to take my scoreboard away. And we are going to cut. I'm sure you've seen a lot. I just make a dot there for me to see, because it's very easy to cut onto the corner, and we don't need that. We need a little bit there to cover the corner. I am going to cover the corners with hardware, but still, if I change my mind, then I know I've got it covered. And I'm going to show you. What I do is, this is what I'm going to cut on all 4 corners. I'm going to cut on an angle and turn my paper. I don't like to cut straight like that. You cut quite a lot of paper away, and we need the paper to cover the inside. And on this one, and then the last one. So I use a whole sheet of 12 by 12 paper, and this is the only waste that I do have. And I'm going to bring my glue back. And I'm just going to put it on the edge. It helps for folding the paper as well. The little bit of wet there is from the glue, that helps it. And then, of course, to the sides as well. I'm going to do this one at the same time. And just have to remember not to put my hand in it. You don't need a lot of glue, especially with this one. And I just need to put the lid on and let it stand up straight. Okay, let's do this. And the glue is grabbing already. And I bring it over. Let me finish this up. I did clean that little bit of glue. This is my best friend. I'm on my second one. They last very long time. We do have that one now. We do have that one. Okay. And then we're going to do this one. All right. I do have the spine. I cut the paper for it. And I add Tyvek onto the spine section. You don't need to do that, but I just, because my paper is so thin, I just need to reinforce it where that hinges is where you're going to open and close the book all the time. And that's why I put Tyvek. It is an envelope they make in America. And I just cut it up. It's very durable. And I'm going to place this like in the middle. This is just two pieces that I had. And I grabbed it and just glue it on. If you don't have Tyvek, there is so many other that you can use for this. I used fabric before, a cotton that is very thin cotton. That is also, you can use that. Now, at this stage, I do have 2 inches this side, 2 inches that side. Doesn't matter what I've got here. as long as there's enough that I can bring it over. And I just want to, the glue that seeps out there, just want to spread it. I might as well glue the whole section up here because I know where it's going to go. And I'm going to bring it over again, the same as what I did with these ones here. Now, bring it over, and I'm going to fold it here in the middle first. Section here, and make sure it's grabbing because I need that to help me. A lot of people cut in here and then I cut that section off. I don't like it because when you put this together, you can see that is fold over and that's cut. And that's why I don't like it. I like it to be fold as well. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to just bring it in a 16th, sorry, a 16th of an inch that I'm going to take that in. And I'm going to do it on this side as well. So I'm just pulling it a little bit. It makes it. That's fine because we're gonna put it in the groove there. And that is okay. I'm going to use this bone folder. And because we are going to make like a score line here. So when you put this on here, it looks fold and fold on the edges. When I get to that, I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so we can do this side as well. And I shouldn't have pressed it. I didn't press it hard, but I don't want extra marks. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay. I'm going to bring it over in the middle. And then I'm just going to pull it a little bit more. And press it down. And I'm going to do this side. And that's it. It's just, it's so small, but you need to do that, otherwise it is going to show. And let me show you. It's going to be like this. Let me do a mark first. Let me bring it up. don't want to too much because the glue is still wet. Okay, so when you put that on there, that's what I mean here. You can see, otherwise you will see that's cut. That piece there is cut, and this is fold. Now it's both fold, and it looks nice. And because we've done a little bit, did bring it in a little bit, you won't see this part here. Right. And let's do the other side. We can bring it over. And then I do have my mark there, so I am just going to lift it. Don't lift it completely, because this white paper, you will see it. I'm just working it, and that's all you need to have. It needs to be like that. And now we're going to have to use, I just want to do this one again. See, let me do this one. That's why I use the round Teflon bone folder. It doesn't make marks on your paper in the first place, and it is really, you can control it so much better. That's that's my opinion. Okay, let me get this all together, and I'll show you the next step. And I'm going to use score tape. And I'm gonna, so that's the inside, and this is the outside. So the outside needs to face you when you do this step. And I'm going to do it a little bit away from the edge here, like 1/16 of an inch, and the same on probably could be 1/4 of an inch, but just a little bit away from that score line that we made. Now I'm going to cut this because I want it to be straight. And I'm going to do this side as well. And a little bit away. It's just so that you don't have it to hang over. That's it. Now, this one is it's not good. You can roll it in. And I'd rather have it. That's it. And pressed it down. Finish it. The rest I am going to fill in with my glue, and I'm gonna have that ready to put on there, and I will have this one ready to put on here. Now at this stage you can inspect your corners, and the corners that doesn't look good, you can put it in the inside. And I'm pretty good. That's how you can discard your your bad corners. Right, I'm going to get my glue. And make sure it's onto the edge. Now this, if you use any other glue, this one will seep out, but that's okay. I will clean it. It's better than that, than not having any glue on the edge. Now you know me and score tape. I am. I even it up here and make sure I'm even, even, even. Now you can see I didn't put it even with the paper, but I can show you how to fix that. And that one there is a little bit, that is how it should be. It should be like that. Let me see if this camera is going to pick it up. You can see it. That is what it should be. If you bring it in. Now, on this side, it's not, but I'll show you. We can fix it. Right. So hopefully this side, we will do it better. That's why I'll pull a little bit of the score tape off, that I can wiggle it. And we can burnish this now. And now that's going to be a lot of glue maybe come seeping out here, but that's fine. And this side. Now, to try and fix this, is all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it over and see if it's going to move. And I don't think it's going to move, so I'm not going to fiddle with it. I am going to leave it. It does not. Sometimes, you can just push it over, but I'm not going to fiddle with it. I am rather leave it. Such a small piece that you will not see it. And this is our cover for the album. Now, I know white. Yes, white. I cannot keep it clean to save my life. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it aside so I can do the inside, and then I've got a heavy thing here. It is for tea light candles, but it's nice and heavy, and I use that for my weight. I'm going to do the inside. It is the same paper that I'm going to use, and I will just cover it so that it's nice and neat, and then I'm going to do the spine for the pages. There's different ways of doing it, and I am going to do an easy one, a really easy one. I'll show you. I'm just going to put this way aside. Okay, so I am doing the inside of the album, and what I've done is I've cut it the inside like a 12 by 12, and I just let the I think it's that could be a quarter of an inch on this side away from the end, and then 1/8 of an inch all around. You can make it a quarter of an inch showing all around with your paper. Now, the 12 by 12 is not big enough, and I do have the extra piece here. By the spine, I use my score tape on both sides because I don't want it to gap over here. It's very easy with glue that you can do that. And I am just going to carry on to my glue. And just going to go. I've cut it a little bit short there. And then I can lift the backing of the score tape. And then I can bring it down. And I need some more glue. And there. I have to let this glue stand up. Then it doesn't ooze out. And I can burnish this. Make sure it is taking the paper. And now for this little side here. Right, like that piece there. And here's my bone folder. And make sure this is pretty good. Pretty good. So let me show you or tell you what I mean. That your spine, when you put on this piece of paper and to cover everything, can gap. I just got some glue here. If you look at this, the inside, if you look at that, everything is flat. It lies flat with the chipboard. And this down here, everything it is flat. Because if it's got a gap there, then with time it can start lifting. And you can get dust and anything in there, and then your album will come apart. So that's why it is very important to have the edges flat, the edges here very nice and flat for the album. Okay, so this is done. We're going to go into the spine. Let's do that. This is my pages, and let me tell you, I do have it in 11 and a quarter, 11 and 3/4, sorry. 11 and 3/4 by 8 and a quarter. And I cut 5 pages. I cut it at 6 and 3/4. These ones we will use, well, I will use it in the album, and that's my 5th one. And we're going to score it at, when you put it on your scoreboard, at 6 and a quarter. So what you will have then is 6 and a quarter by 8 and a quarter. And I'm going to score my last bit. And I'll bring it a little bit away from the top there so I can get my scoring tool in. Make my mark. And then this is for 1/2 inch. I'm sure you don't want me to. You don't want to look and see how I'm going to do all of this. You know how to score. All right. I do have my pages. Now, this is how I do it. I'm going to put score tape. You can use glue. Now, I have to tell you, this card is cardstock. It's 240 GSM. I prefer using this heavy cardstock. It is just what I like to do. And I do get it from my local craft store. And they normally have it. I'm going to place that the 1/2 inch flap, I'm going to place it down, and I'm going to tape it or glue it, and then I'm going to take the next one and I'm going to put it next to it, and so on. Then the next one, and so on. But I'm not going to do it with this album because it's white. I want to keep it clean until I can get to do the decorative stuff on at the front of the album and the back and spine. I need that, and I don't want to do it now because I know myself, I will damage it. I'm going to put some flowers on here, and I'm too rough from bringing the album, working it, put it back. It's going to hook on. No, that's me. If you want to do it, you can, you do what you like. For me, it is just a total disaster. I'm too rough. I'm putting my album way aside. I do have the papers and everything that I'm going to use for it. Let me show you. This picture fits perfectly onto the front. And I'll show you. It is absolutely perfect to put on the front. And then I'm going to decorate it with flowers. The spine, I'm going to use this. for the spine. And the little bit that's left there, I'm going to do it on this side, and then I will add the rest of the paper for the back. And I'm going to cut out some of these flowers, and I'm going to, I've started to cut out, and I did all the cutouts from the previous pages as well. And so, yes, I will cut this out because I can use that, and this is on the other side. They don't make it easy for us crafters with these beautiful pages to make decisions and things like that. It's tough. For me, it's very hard. But anyway, I'm going to try my best. That's all we can do. And going to have so much fun making this album. So this will be all for this tutorial. I'm going to upload it because it do take quite a while now. And hopefully it will be a beautiful album. And I will thank you so much for spending your time with me again. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me the thumbs up, like, share, and leave a comment. I will appreciate that.